We have World Memory Championships held every August at different countries. You know, so mind has awesome potential. You just have to believe in it. And you people are struggling to memorize 300, 400, 500, 600 words. There are my students. They are memorized. I can give you references if you want. 3,000 words in just 6 days time. 3,000 words in just 6 days time. You must be aware of the famous Bible of GRE called Barron's, right? Yeah? You have 50 word lists in this, approximately 3570 words. How much time do you take to memorize these words? 3 to 4 months and still can't recall all. I can make you memorize the whole Barron's in 20 hours time. If you give me 50 hours, I can make you memorize those in alphabetical order. Don't do that. Don't do that. You'll get into arrogant. Okay? Never ever memorize a telephone directory or like this. You know, Mahavir Jain could do it. If you want, I'll teach you the technique. Very easily, memorizing dictionary along with page numbers. But you don't need it, right? At the most, you want to memorize words, right? So, not very difficult actually. Within 2 months of practice, you can easily cross 500 words per minute. And you need at least 150 words to do well in GRE. At least 150. Not only words, but also some tips to crack each and every module of GRE verbal. Is it fine? Yeah. Let's get into the technique. Do you want a break of 1 2 minutes?
No.
No? Very good. Good. The technique name is phonetics. Famously known as mnemonics. Famously known as mnemonics, but I don't agree with that name. Because mnemonics is nothing but using something with an easy way. For example, there are something called meaningful mnemonics and meaningless mnemonics. Meaningful is something like you had in trigonometry, all silver teacups.
Yes.
Right? That is a meaningful mnemonic. Meaningless mnemonic is what we call as vibgyor. It doesn't have any meaning. Right? Similarly, we have eat an aspirin after a nice supper is to memorize the continent names. Eat is Europe and Antarctica. Aspirin Asia. After Africa. A Australia. Nice North America. Supper South America. Okay? You used to do it in your periodic table there, chemistry, columns. You take the first alphabet and you to make a story. Nothing but mnemonics. But here, this technique is not based on that word. It is based on the, what do you mean by phonetics? Sound. Yes? Sound. So the emphasis is more on the sound and not the word as what we call as peg word. Okay? So first is, now what do you want in GRE? Tell me. Whenever a word is given to you, you should be able to recall the meaning immediately. Yes. That is the objective, right? Yes. So you'll be happy with that?
Yes.
Right. So objective is whenever a word is given to you to memorize or to recall, you first take the sound of the word and not the word as a word. Whenever a word is given to you, take the sound of the word and not the word as a word. This sound can be in any language. Telugu, Hindi, English. Your choice. Okay, any other language also. Second step is you associate the meaning of the word with the sound of the word. With the sound of the word. Got it? You associate the meaning of the word with the sound of the word. Third is you visualize as a nice story, as creative, understand this, okay? As creatively as possible, as ridiculously as possible, as humorously as possible, as exaggerated as possible, as animated as possible. Okay? In every visualization, whenever possible, involve yourself in the visualization. The I factor, what we call. Because whenever you involve yourself, your ego rises. Whenever your ego rises, your brain stores the information effectively. When I say, are you able to recall? And when I say, Manasa, are you able to recall? The moment I say Manasa, suddenly her ego rises. And she's more attentive, at least for a few seconds or minutes. Right? So that's the reason one of the better tips in communication skills is to take the names of the people as frequently as possible while talking to them. Make them feel important. You make them feel important. Okay? You don't make them feel that they are one among the crowd. So when you take the names of the people and then speak, they are made to feel important. Okay? They will become more close to you. So let's take some examples. Okay? The first word. I'm just taking very simple words, right? Rai. First step is take the sound of the word. Keep uttering rai, you get rai, stone, right? Rai. Now, associate the meaning of the word. Now, this workshop is going to be very humorous. Don't just enjoy and laugh, but also visualize. Please, otherwise you will not be able to recall. Okay? Many students say, sir, maku story mottam gurtu vastundi కానీ meaning gurtu రావట్లేదు. That's only because they just visualize without emphasizing the meaning of the word in their visualization. Okay? Am I going very fast?
No.
Good. Okay. I'm a public speaker, so the rate of my speech is very high. Okay? Rai. Associate the meaning of the word with the sound of the word. Meaning of the word rai is something twisted in a funny manner. Something twisted in a funny manner. What does it mean? You say something to me and I twist it and say it back to you, making a fun of you or mockery of you. Okay? Now, associate that, visualize involving yourself. So whenever you see a rai, visualize that I am going to twist this rai and people will laugh at me because it is stupidity. So make a conscious effort to visualize whenever you see a rai, visualize that I am going to twist this rai, not this rock, rai. And people will laugh at me because it is foolishness. It's not possible, right? So, twisting, laughing, so funny man. Next step. Zephyr, keep uttering Zephyr, you get fire, right? Fire. But za sound is missing here. So what if we have any other word which has a suffix of fire and suffix something else, you get confused. So wherever possible, take the complete sound of the word. So now tell me. Sapphire, very good. Sapphire. Sapphire is a gemstone? Yes. Gemstone. Now visualize that. The meaning of the word sapphire is a gentle, cool breeze. Gentle, cool breeze. Now visualize, as soon as you wear a ring with a sapphire stone, you vanish here and go to some beach where you experience a gentle breeze. Okay? Hyderabad doesn't have a beach, so you go to Necklace Road where you experience a breeze, but okay? So, now see, I don't wear any rings. So, if I see any ring, I visualize that it is so hot here, I am feeling very hot, but she might be experiencing a gentle breeze because she is wearing a sapphire stone. It could be any other stone, doesn't matter. Okay? It becomes a revision for you. Whenever you see a stone, you recall that this is a sapphire stone, sapphire, zephyr. Visualize that she is experiencing a breeze. Just visualize that her hair is, flying. Right? So that creative you should. Right? So it becomes a revision for you. Now you understand? I will give you like this, the objects or stories associated with the sounds which are occurring daily in your lives. It becomes a revision for you whenever you see an object. You just have to make a conscious effort, that's all. Okay? Another example. Felon, keep uttering felon, you get fell on, right? But never ever take the past tense of any word. Never, rule of visualization. Never take the past tense of any word. Okay? Now tell me. Melon? Yeah. Sound sensitive. Felon, you get melon. Felon, melon, right? Watermelon. Now when you watch movies, you see jails in that and you see criminals in that and you are one among them and you all are throwing watermelons at each other. Okay? Not eating because there has to be more action, animation involved. You are throwing. So meaning is criminal. Felony is crime. Felon is criminal. Right? So whenever you see people in that uniform, visualize that you are going to throw watermelons at them. Or whenever you see watermelons on the bandi, visualize that I am going to get a trolley, take lots of them, go to Chanchalguda jail and throw at the criminals. Okay? If you don't visualize properly, you will probably recall jail and not criminals. Something is happening. I am taking this to jail, but what am I doing? Okay? So associating the meaning of the word, very important. Okay? Next. what do we do with this? We have, when we have, you know what is aversion? Aversion is what? AVERSION. No idea? Yes, a strong dislike or hatred is aversion. Right? So antipathy is a synonym for that. Antipathy, when we have bigger words like this, we break it into pieces. Antipathy, 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 auntie and pati. So all aunties dislike their patis. Right? So whenever you see a couple coming towards you, visualize that this auntie dislikes her pati. Got it? It becomes a revision point. Right? Apathy, you know, being apathetic about something. Very good, yeah. Do you know the meaning of this? Being apathetic is?
Hating.
No.
Concern.
Huh? Tell me.
Condone.
No.
Concern.
Concern? No. One who doesn't have concern is being apathetic. Okay? Lack of concern or feeling or emotion is being apathetic about something. Okay? So, when you eat chapati, you lose all your emotions or feelings. Okay? But what I am doing is, I am recalling another sound as pati and associating with this word and making a link. Since patis don't have concern for aunties, aunties dislike them. I make a story. So, there are two ways. Either when I am eating chapati, I recall this. When I am seeing to a couple, you recall two words. Thereby, what are you doing? You are pushing two words into a long-term memory. With one single stretch of a story, you are pushing two words. Right? Similarly, we have bedizen. Keep uttering bedizen, you get bed and zen. Bed and zen. The meaning is decorate. Decorate, okay? So, you decorate your zen car with a nice bed. If you don't own a zen car, you see so many zen cars outside. Right? So, whenever you see a zen car outside, visualize that this man is getting his car, taking his zen car to get it decorated with a nice bed. So, rather than seats, visualize beds nicely decorated. Okay? Now, if you mug up this word, it takes a lot of time for you to mug up and recall, right? Ebullient, any idea what is ebullient? No idea. Ebullient, keep uttering ebullient, you get bully and ant. Bully and ant. The meaning is enthusiastic. So, bully becomes very enthusiastic to eat an ant. So, whenever you see a bully, not a lizard, a bully on the wall, visualize that this bully is getting enthusiastic to eat an ant. So, whenever you see an ant, visualize that a bully is going to come enthusiastic and eat this ant. Got it? Similarly, when you mug up this word, it takes a lot of time, right? Keep uttering, sound sensitive. Boisterous, you get voice and terrace. Boys and terrace. When there are many boys on the terrace, they make a lot of noise. So noisy is the meaning of boisterous. Very simple. Right? So you just, whenever this word is given to you in the exam, you just have to be sound sensitive, recall the sound, you will recall a story and hence the meaning. Boisterous, boisterous, noisy. Bedizen? Right?
Twister.
In a funny manner. Fella? Yeah. Clear? You like this technique?
Yes.
Now you will see the advantage and benefit of this when I start making you do. Now this particular technique is taught by few trainers, even in Andhra Pradesh. Okay? But now onwards what I am going to teach you, I can claim that no one in India will teach you this. I can claim it. Okay? Take it because it comes with a research of more than 8 years. Right? I go very, very deep into vocabulary. You must have heard about some institutes teaching you this technique of sounds and stories. But ask anybody if they can make you memorize 200 words, 300 words in 1 hour time. Nobody, right? Have you ever heard of this kind of workshop anywhere? Right. So I think thank Nagesh sir to have arranged this kind of workshop. Right? Yeah. Now understand very, very carefully. Concentrate. First listen to me and then write, please. First listen to me and then write. What I did is, when we memorize good number of words, we segregate them into various categories. Okay, what is the intention of mind behind these categories is, whenever category, I give you more than 2 or 3 words in one single category. So whenever you recall one particular word from that category, you should be able to recall the other words as well, thereby pushing more number of words into your long-term memory. Else you will remain Gajnis, right? So we'll see some examples. First category, first listen to me and then write, okay? Because you have to do with the visualization. Preferably, do not write the meanings of the words. Do not write the meanings of the words while writing also. Test here, because you can anyway look into the dictionary. First category is sound, where we do not take the word as a word, we take the word as a sound. So we have different words with different meanings but with same sound. Got it? So we'll take an example as ant, for example. First, we already had ebullient, enthusiastic, right? Now tell me the sound. Huh? Desk, ant, right? Desk plus ant. Now visualize that there's a desk like this and 2 ants are standing. Not small ants, I told you, exaggerate, Jumanji ants. Okay? Big ants. As in robo movies, mosquito has their own language, ants also have their own language. Okay? They are discussing in detail about something with each other. Okay? So discuss in detail is the meaning of desk ant. Okay? Listen first and then write, please. Now what are you doing? Involving yourself in the visualization. So you go where you are very curious what they are speaking and discussing, right? So you go very near and try to listen to them what they are discussing. Okay? So obviously they'll feel disturbed. So one of them should come and pick you. That pain should be felt by you in your visualization. So obviously you are more powerful than an ant. So what do? With grudge, you put it and you put it in your mouth. Yeah, that visualize, that expression should be coming in on your face to be able to recall the meaning. It gets stored in your brain very effectively. When you put it in your mouth, it tastes very spicy. Okay, so you pick an ant and put it in your mouth. Okay, so piquant is spicy. Okay, now when you go to say KFC or McD or Domino's, etc., they give you something to eat. Along with that, what do? You take a sauce bottle. In the sauce bottle, if you have an ant, you don't worry. Only if there's a cockroach or lizard, you worry, because it gives you chili sauce taste also, right? Right? So, in sauce ant, insouciant is without worry. Bindas kind of, without worry. Okay? You have other